You are in order, Senator.
Well, Senator, I want to echo Senator Yoakum's comments. I object strongly to Senator Smith mischaracterizing our record. I remember the 2007 session quite well. It was a session in which we expanded people's rights, validated their humanity, and extended the franchise in particular. One of the bills that we passed, one of the two proudest votes in my 15 years here, was to pass a bill that included sexual orientation and gender identity in the Iowa Civil Rights Code. We extended basic civil rights protection to gay and lesbian people, despite the opposition of the majority of the Republican caucus. We also passed an anti-bullying bill that specifically included, among various other categories, sexual orientation and gender identity. We extended those protections to all students, and in particular LGBT students, despite the opposition of the majority of the Republican caucus. And we also expanded the franchise to everyone living in a community, even if they had not gotten around to registering to vote by the usual deadline. We created a procedure by which they could register to vote on election day. We gave them more rights. Or we gave them a different way, rather, of exercising their right. We expanded access to the franchise. Now, somebody walking in on election day, I think it is reasonable to ask for a higher standard of proof of their identity and residence. And so we did include that safeguard in the same-day voter registration. But we did not do anything of the kind for people who had already registered. So Senator Smith's characterization of our vote as supporting voter ID is just a cheap shot. And the fact that he engaged in that in closing remarks on the bill was underhanded. If he wanted to contrast our record, he could have done it during the regular debate on the bill when we could have engaged in dialogue and would have been happy to correct his factual error. I hope that we won't have a repeat of that type of performance in the future. Thank you, Mr. President.
The chair recognizes the senator from Osceola, Senator D. Johnson.